Happy you're here. We're going to begin. Let me get my clock on. Okay, so Nicole, I start pretty untraditionally in my classes. I pretty much try to keep it fresh and switch it up every class, do different things. And one of the things I like to do is to start differently each class. So most times we start standing, and I try to get a nice meditation in at the end. I say that because oftentimes I'm like, oh, there's 2 minutes left. Okay, it's too fun to move. So let's begin standing, my friends. We will come down soon, I promise. But when you're ready, begin standing at the top of your mat. Give your toes a little scrunch, and then spread them really wide on your mat. Give a wiggle through your ankles, a little roll side to side, a little lifting of inner and then outer arches. Bending in your knees and doing a few little, I call it the pee-pee dance, the affectionate pee-pee dance. A little sway in your hips, a little drop in your knees. And as you're moving through your feet, your toes, your ankles, and your knees, sweep your arms to the sky. Eye gaze rises. Take a huge empowering stretch up and then keep wiggling through your little half. You're springing it to life. Maybe lift a heel, lift the opposite heel, lower them down. Take a few wiggles through your fingers, open your webbing wide. We're just trying to energize here. Bring our body to life. Stretch your palms as high as you can to the sky. Flex your fingers back towards your skull. And let's become still in our feet. Bend our knees a little bit. Drop eyes towards the floor. Swing the palms in slow motion forward and back behind you. Right back up to where you came from. Eyes follow fingertips. Keep flexing like you're pushing stop signs to the ceiling. Release, falling forward and down. One more really slow like this. Big breath in to energize. Full breath out as you fall. Let's stay at the tip top, but we're going to hold our hands a little differently. From these stop signs, we're going to take them into bird's beaks. Yeah, so pull everything in towards your inner forearm. Make a little beak, and now we're stretching the tops of our wrists. Big breath in. Exhale, sweep your beaks behind you. If it feels a little intense, you can soften that clasp of your fingers. Take 2 more slow sweeps back. Softening through your facial features and your jaw. Stay at the tip top, lift and lengthen, eye gaze rises, soften the fingers, give them a little sway, a little circle, shake them out. Stepping feet a bit wider, and lean to your left foot, tug on your right wrist. Take a big pull and then stamp down through your right heel so you can lengthen out your right side. We're gonna circle all the way down. Take your eyes to the floor, circle past your left toes, your right toes, and re-rise. Right back through the center, tug long through the right wrist. Release hands, soften shoulders. Lean to the right, hold your left wrist, give it a big tug, and spike down through that left heel. Big breath in. All right, same circle, ladies, other way. Reaching past right and left toes. Stretch, lengthen when you get back to the center. Stay, lift again, release. Okay, one more time, floating with your breath. Big breath in, big breath out. Everyone moving at their own pace. Extra tug at the top, breath in. Out to open and release. Lean to the right, big breath in, tug your left wrist. Exhale, circle. Don't worry about anybody else's speed. Lift and lengthen again. Exhale, release. Clasp hands behind low back. Step feet back together. Sink down into a squat now. Stretch your palms behind you. Press knuckles towards the floor behind your tail. Step into any stance that feels really supportive for your first chair pose today. Staying just as we are. You guys stay forward. Sink butt way far back. And then fold body down, lifting knuckles skyward. Refine that halfway lift or a full chest opening lift. Exhale, release. Try twice more. Big breath. When you exhale, I love to push belly into thighs or ribs into thighs to try to squish out all that old, stale, stagnant air. Inhale. Big exhale. Fingertips come to our low backs. Let them slide down your outer thighs. Find the floor. Fingers press into the floor. And then we lift our hips, straightening legs into full forward fold. Give your head a big old no shake. No time for stress. No time for tension. Got some good tunes and a whole lot of good vibey moves today, so you're going to feel great. Shake your head yes to all of those things. Bringing in the good for our practice. Okay, let's enliven our hands again. Slowing down your head shaking. Bringing your body to halfway lift and squeeze the pads of your fingers together. So Our knuckles get bent and we feel white knuckly, that's good. We want to feel hollow in the heels of our hands, really squeezing in towards one another. Take a big breath. Bend your knees back to chair pose, this time clasping your hands in front. Take a big rounded cat back, so butt sits back, and we'll tuck our chin towards our chest. And take a few swings side to side. Big breath in and out, just swaying like a tree branch, gently moving in the wind here. Try to stretch knuckles a little bit more forward, and any time today that you encounter some tension, tightness, stiffness, pause. Marinate, linger, just kind of hang in that section and just breathe out. I'm moving a little bit bigger into my back, rounding into low back, feels pretty good down here. Try to arch bigger away once your back sends some loving messages to your body, letting you know where to stay. Fingers melt down, back to forward fold, lengthen out all of that. Let's roll ourselves to rise, extended mountain pose, sweeping fingers up your body. Nice to trail the fingers along your body, even along your neck. Reach. Release right back to where you came. Exhale. Inhale fluidly now, halfway lift. Exhale, release, stepping back with your right leg. Long lunge. And find a little bit of sway. Forward, back, maybe side to side, possibly circling. Just knowing intuitively what you need. Send some of those loving messages to your hips now with your breath. Kind of scanning through. What is happening today with all this? One more big breath in and out here. Straightening up through your left leg the best you can. Just a soft straightening, stretching through the front hamstring. Rebend a few times and re-straighten. I love these tented fingertips, you guys. They really squeeze your fingers together, getting very strong in our wrists, as much as you can tolerate. Rebend when you're ready. Plant your right knee and climb up your left thigh. Big push. Wherever you want your left hand, right arm will rise. Lengthen over. Stay right where you are. Bear with me for a sec, guys. Maybe stretching your left hand towards the floor, right arm up and over a bit bigger. One more big breath in. I'm going to turn that off and just play through the device here. Top arm floats down, frame out your left foot, relift right leg, step forward, back to fold. Another little half sun salutation. Rise to sky, big beautiful breath in. Exhale, forward fold, just float down, find like soft raindrop feeling through your body. Left leg steps back. Finding that beautiful lunge with all of the movements. Moving as it feels good to you. Taking some huge breaths out through our mouths. Anytime we get really heated today, we just feel like we have something and we could shed a layer of, let something go. When you're ready, straighten through your right leg just a little. Feel the outer thigh, your hamstring, wake it up, and then rebend. A little bit of give and take here. Squeeze and lengthen. Re-soften. I smell bacon. Anything else, I'm like, man, that smells great.
Yeah, it does smell good.
What the heck? Such a tease. We know what we're getting after this. Bend your left knee, plant it. Kneeling lunge, climb up your thigh. Use it like a little booster. Lift. Lift up through your left arm and stretch it over. So I like to go low. The right arm feels a little bit more balanced. Just gonna take two big side opening breaths in here. Oh, so nice. Think about throwing open the shutters or the blinds in a basement and just spreading nothing but good light and energy through your low half. Big breath in. Frame out your right foot when you're ready. Let's lift and lengthen left leg. Give it a little life. Step forward when you're ready. Okay, no more teasing. Let's get a full sun salutation in. Rise to the sky, breath in. Full breath out. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breathing. Exhale, forward fold again. Right leg steps back. Find a high lunge. This time you're welcome to kneel. I want the arms high, but you can kneel or rise through your back leg. Big breath in. Clasp your hands behind your low back and stretch your heart forward. Coming into loaded lunge, belly over left thigh. Take a big breath in. Exhale, rise. Clasp your hands in front of your heart. I like to cross. We call these lover's hands. You can just clasp. Crossing might feel good for your wrists. Round your back and try again for a little wiggle here and there. A little sway. Opening into a different place. Getting under your shoulder blades with the next breath in. Ooh, nice. Rise to the sky, big high lunge. Release, frame out, find a wide pyramid. Left leg straightens. You might like to lift your left toes. Give another little happy swing in the hips. Another option to feel a little different in your wide pyramid is to bend your right knee, kind of like a runner's lunge. Oh, it's nice. It really helps you stretch and tug on your left hamstring. Always doing what feels best in your body. Back to wide pyramid. Push to downward facing dog, my friends. Press palms, lift hips high. Try to glide back with your head between your elbows. Chest to thighs, thighs to wall behind you. Can you dial your index fingers out to each side, just a half an inch or so? Feeling more spacious in collarbones and shoulders. Take a breath here. All the movements that feel great. Feet are wide, just maybe a footprint inside the edges of your mat. Heels both rise, breathe in. Let them swivel to the left, finding left blade edge, right inner arch. Keep your chest, though, pushing straight back to your right knee. Huge right side body opening. Back through the center, lift heels. Let your heels swivel to the right, but your chest is pressing towards your left knee. Take a big breath in. Ooh, maybe a little extra sit. Feels so good. Come on back to the center. Roll forward when you're ready, my friends. Let's find some planks. Drop knees anytime you need to. No matter where we are, knees or not, we're gonna bring our hearts through the upper arm window. When you're ready for your next exhale, descend all the way to the mat. We're gonna lie flat. Scooch or wipe or walk your toes back. Going for the marathon descent, Bonnie, go for it. Fingertips tent again. Let's give a little roll in our shoulders. We're gonna lift our elbows towards our noses and then roll them back. Think internally rotating shoulder heads, roll forward. Externally widening left to right. I like to think about this as like screwing tension out of our bodies. Like screw it out of your shoulder heads and leave it here on the floor. One more roll. All right, coming to wherever your elbows are happy and lift your palms. Give your fingers a wiggle, maybe scrunch and open, just bring them to life. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and find all 10 toenails. Press down through them as you rise through the upper body. Can you lengthen? Toes away again. Lift your knees and thighs. Get super active and charge the backs of your legs to the sky. One more big breath in. Chin tucked, neck long. Exhale, release. Push back, childs. Tuck your toes. Let's find a crouch. Toes tuck, knees rise in, inch or two. Stay back in your child's pose, upper body. When you feel ready, lift your hips high to dog and take a huge sigh out, leaving everything here in the mat that we no longer need. When you feel good to lift the right leg, go for it with a big breath in. Look forward, find where you'd like to land. Just somewhere in between your thumbs is a good goal. Crunch right into chest. Keep looking. See if you can make space and step softly. You got caught, grab your ankle and help it forward. Settling in your hips, arms rise high to the sky. You're welcome to kneel, remember. I love this song, so we're gonna find the sky. Big breath in. Clasp hands behind low back. Keep hearts really happy and lifted. Come forward and down, load your lunge. It's okay if our flesh is just kind of resting on our right thigh, but engage abdominals like you're snapping navel towards the spine, supporting our low backs. Inhale, rise. Okay, so the lover's hands we just did. Try this again, but can you go the other way, which is always like mind yoga to me. I don't even know how to do it. Is it possible? Oh, I did it, okay. Come forward, round your back knuckles forward. You guys good? Round, try to find that little tree branch sway. Keep squeezing in our thighs so you feel steady and supported. One more big breath in. Let the music fill the back body. Arms rise. Big inhale. Straightening out through the right leg as we frame that foot. Find this big, wide pyramid version. Back heel lifted so we can get into that calf. So variations. You want to lift your right toes? You don't have to. Just see if it feels good. Maybe tick-tock a little bit. Second option, making like a runner's pyramid here. Drop your left knee to hover. I'm still going for those sticky fingers. If you can, try to squeeze like you're going to pop a tennis ball between your fingers. One more big breath in. Okay, let's relax. That's hard work. Swing a little around and then step forward to fold when you're ready. Hang very heavy. Let's grab our ankles, our calves, maybe the backs of our knees, and just hug our bodies. Noses towards knees. Drag your crown closer to the floor. Sway a little. And any way you would like to rise. I love a good sway. Nose towards each heel. Kind of rocking and rolling to the top. Join me. You can hinge. You can roll quickly. Just luxury. The time you have here on your mat. So nice. Arms sweep high. Take your time. No rush. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go through one more round. Halfway lift with a little challenge. Spread your toes. Lift your heels. Make it more interesting. Maybe you're bending your knees. Sweep arms behind you. Pinky fingers rise in the sky if you feel ready. And I dare you to tuck your chin towards your chest. This brings the wiggles on in full effect. Ungrip through your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Find softness. And just a sense of fun, letting go, releasing. Heels melt down. Thank goodness. Feet fall. Fingers fall. Take a big fold. Left leg is the lunger this time. Take a long step back. We're swiveling to warrior one, guys. So let's press the blade edges of our back foot down. And then reach through the right thigh. Push up, like you're pushing through it. Up. Swivel hips forward best you can. And then rise to the arms. Okay, let's lengthen. Instead of back bending, we just lift long. Fingers come behind skull. Just gonna press into the skull here to open up knuckles, the palms. I like to move to my thumb too, so I'll take my thumb and like make a little funny, like a teenage kind of, and then come back to Gyro Pumpkin. Pressing head back this time, bringing in a baby back bend. Using your skull to push in the fingers, open elbows wide here. Try to bend just a bit more deeply through that right knee. Take a big breath. As you exhale, hands clasp again behind low back. Try the opposite though, whichever one you always do. Wiggle all your fingers over. Shimmy right shoulder inside your right knee. And if that's not gonna work, no worries. You can bring your hands to your heart and use your elbow. A little leverage there, we can stay higher. If it feels good in your right outer thigh, let's humble our warrior. Dropping crown, lifting knuckles. Any version is great, even if you'd like to have hands under your shoulders. Soft breaths in here. Next exhalation, let's begin to rise slowly, using control and strength so we don't get dizzy when we get to the top. Swivel that back heel up to the sky, high lunge again, arms release, give it a little wiggle. One more side bend. Let's tip to the right. I'm following you, Nicole. You were heading there anyway. Option, right hand down. I like to tug on the wrist. Always gives that little extra oomph. Keep squeezing in our thighs to stay steady. Windmill all the way back down to the floor. Find a low lunge with a twist. Right arm rises. Big breath in. Stay for a second. Can you tug your right foot back towards your left big toe? Circle your top arm down and around. If it felt great, do it again. Maybe circle the other way. If you're ready to release, frame right foot. Meet me here when you are. Push back, downward facing dog. Take all the movements that your body's craving. When you're ready, yogis, come forward. Inhale, plank. Knees or no knees, but I definitely encourage you to swivel out again through your index fingers just a smidge, opening your chest. Let's lower slowly. Press to tiptoes. Slowly lower, a minimum of 3 seconds if you can. Getting strong in the backs of our arms. Wipe or walk your toes way far back. Option again with that hovering, press through the toenails to lift into upper locus. Or we can lift both ends. Pressing toes away, toes, knees, and thighs rise. Any arms that feel good, so do something different. Spread them wide. If you're out to your side, swivel, thumbs to sky, palms forward. Nice. That spreads our wingspan. Let's sweep pinky fingers back towards our buns and then sweep them again, open and up. So think about retracting your wings as you exhale. Inhaling, spreading these magnificent wings. One more round, exhale. Inhale. Fingers fall, child's pose. Linger anywhere your body's craving today. When you're ready to move with me, toes tucked. We crouch, hovering child. Inhalation lifts our hips. Exhale, side deeply back, pushing back to the walls behind you. Left leg rises, big in breath here. Take a peek. Where do you want to land? Set yourself a little goal. And then as you move forward, crunch like an angry cat back to create space. Stepping, landing. Nice. Swiveling back, heel down. Let's press through this left thigh like you're pushing down so much to give yourself all the length in the upper body. So good. Arms rise. Feel like you need a little swivel, please take it. You can always widen. Want to try to get our right hip forward. So nice. Fingertips come behind the skull. Give them a little push. Give your thumbs a little push. When you feel good, press your skull back. Spread wide. Press elbows wide. And as we sit here and open, where can we soften as much as we're trying to pull open and stretch? Facial features are the best place to try to soften. One more big breath in. Exhale, deepen the left knee bend. Arms rise. Opposite clasp again, whatever's the non-habitual way. We're gonna send the knuckles behind us. Big open chest. Option to humble. We can come down, left elbow inside, left knee. If that's too much, we can press our hands at our heart center and use your elbow for a little support. Or hands down low if you bow completely. Choosing wherever it feels like adding on is a new, amazing place to be. If it feels a little too much, back off. Take another big breath in, but keep tugging your left hip back towards your right big toe. Arms rise, big breath in. Nice. Lifting up through the right heel, find that wiggly lunge. Beautiful. Come forward, clasp lover's hands if you'd like, or just a regular palm hug. Come forward, maybe take a little sway here, and sway there. Keep squeezing in your thighs for our stability. Arms elevate, release, right fingers down, left arm up for a big old lunge twist. Same sensation as our warrior one. Let's tug the left sits bone towards right big toe. How about a circle with this left arm as you fall? Did it feel good enough to go for a second round? When you're done with it, release your hands. Sway forward and back, a little momentum to get us forward. Step, hang heavy. Give a little extra tug, whether you're hugging again onto back of legs or index and middle finger, peace fingers, looping around our big toes, step on your fingers. As you pull with your toes, dropping crown towards the floor, let's bend our elbows and really feel this massive back opening. As you tug on your toes, as you step into your fingers, we'll feel our shoulder blades widening. Think of those wings. Okay, so you're envisioning those big wide arms, opening your wings, retracting. One more breath like that. Open from the bottom of your shoulder blades. Retract it back into spine. Release any grasp. Take a swivel, a swing, or a hinge to rise, what feels best in your body today. Ooh. Sometimes it feels pretty darn tight, not exactly great. We'll move through that. Inhale, arms rise, yogis. Lift your left knee. I gaze up for the challenge, forward for intermediate, and on the floor for the most stable balances. Left foot flexed, point, circle, scrunch. Do all the movements in your toes and your left ankles. Ooh, we're gonna try to lift from our left inner thigh to keep our hips steadier. Keep gazing upwards, lots of energy moving up. When you're ready, find airplane. Sweep fingers behind you, eyes come forward, straight back. Left toes stretch open, webbing super wide as your fingers can spread. Hover here for just a moment. We're gonna go through really slow on the first round, and then we'll speed up to our preference. Re-rise, knee lift, eyes up. Lifting so much through the left thigh and turning it out to the side that we don't need our hands to what's portrayed. Try to wiggle. You can always go toes to floor. Foot can land anywhere. And try to wiggle up a little higher if we can. Squeeze from the right thigh. Eye gaze, refine feeling. Option yogis to tip to the left, willow tree. Now, as we tip left, Think about your left side opening as much as you can. Back to where we started. Big breath in, knee lift. Foot comes down. Keep the arms. Right knee rises. A big knee lift, flex, point, scrunch, circle, do all the movements. Think about lifting from your right inner thigh. I always try that trick when I'm balancing of putting my thumb on the roof of my mouth. I don't know if it helps you guys. Nice balance, looks like it's helping for sure. All right, let's find airplane pose. Swivel back, spread wings wide, push away. Option. As we move through, diving airplane, always an option. Top of head to floor, toes and fingers to sky. One more breath in here, lengthening back of neck. We rise, big breath in, knee lift. Open right knee to the side. Wiggly to stay it. Let alone do it. Connect by lifting again through your quad as high as you can go. Whatever feels good, not using hands if we can, just so we really train the quad to be strong. If you can look up, I challenge you, I invite you, I give you the opportunity to lean right. Wipeouts are welcome, wobbles are welcome. That means we're not doing the same old, same old. Open your right side body. Big lift intent. Back to center, knee lift. Keep the arms, lose the foot. Okay, let's move quickly, my friend. Shake out your shoulders, shake out your legs. Left knee rises in breath. Left knee pushes back. Airplane or diving airplane, any variation. So if you need fingers on floor, if you want to bend your left knee, do your thing. Inhale, rise. Tree. If it feels good to hold your ankle the whole time you're tipping, go for it. If it feels good to move your arms in a new spot, go for it. Back to center. Lift again. Toes come down. Same thing on the right. Big breath in. Eye gaze. Really trying to move up. Push back. Airplane pose, possibly diving. Inhale, rise. Big breath in. Open, clasp. You're welcome to keep holding on your right ankle if that makes your side bend feel bigger in any way. One more round. Big breath in. And release. Left arm, left knee. Press back, airplane. Now hold here for just a moment. Bend your right knee deeply. Bend your left heel towards your buns. And see if you can reach your right hand back for a little modified dancer's pose. Right hand is reaching for the left inner foot. Little crisscross dancers here. Take a big breath in. Re-extending, regular airplane or diving. Re-lift to the sky. Finding figure 4 this time, just for something different. Flex left foot, cross over, sit back so much that if you peek down, you can see your right toes. And go anywhere that feels good, whether you're pressing left hand into knee, folding in your figure 4, wherever it floats your boat. I love a little sway with the hips in this posture. Hopefully enjoying another breath here. And when you're ready, let's stand tall again on this one leg. Big lift through the left knee. Last time for this balance. Release. We are good today, my friends. Hopefully, I hope you guys are feeling great. Big breath in. In the studio, we're rocking some balances. Not many wiggles. Nobody fell off our mat yet. Airplane. We're going to go that crisscross dancers. Right heel bends. Leg is kicking in towards that left hand if you can grasp inner right arch. So we want to kick in to feel more sensation in the stretch. Right fingers can come down for support or back. Stay strong. Big breath, rise. When you're ready, if you're loving life, stay for as long as you want. If we're lifted, we're flexing right foot. Crossing for figure 4, sit back so far that we can see our left toes easily. Any options, guys. You can twist, you can fold, you can press right hand, you can arm balance. If you want to shift forward, press your right shin onto the back of your arms, lift your toes. Whatever comes to your mind is your yoga. One more big inhalation. Full exhale. Push back through your right cheek. Re-rise. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. Beautiful job. Bending knees, sweeping arms to the sky. Big inhale. Chair pose. Come into goalpost. And then press your forearms together. Tuck chin and elbows down. Round into an angry cat back in this chair. If there's a specific little pocket of tension, wiggle around. Move into that. Arms open wide again, chest rises. Twisting our chairs, bringing fingertips forward, palms forward, thumbs up. Swivel to the right, and then bend knees so much so that we tap our fingertips to the floor, or as close as we can get. Inhale, big open hug. Think about a bear hug. Swivel to the left. Bend knees so much so butt back that the fingers may tap the ground. Inhale, rise when you're ready. Stay low on the legs. Swivel to the right. Bend and tap. Belly in, pelvic floor pulling up and in. We rise when you're ready. Swivel, last time. One more twist. Bend, tap. Rise and open. Good work, ladies. Inhale, come back. Arms rise. Big extended mountain pose. Suspension. Open arms into a V. Spread balls of feet wide from blades. Open your toes. Let's lift. Heels rise. Okay, so try to stay wiggly in your toes as opposed to using them like claws. Suspension pose is exactly where we are in our bodies, but then we lift our chins like we're being suspended from a string from our chin. Lift and lengthen. Feel your collarbones open. One more. If the toe is clamped down, which they inevitably will, try to liberate those babies. Breathe. From here, we're transitioning to our final balance challenge. Divers pose. Bring your eyes back to me, please. Hey, hey. Good work. Fingers spread our wings behind us. Ooh, hard to talk for this one. Bend your knees and halfway forward fold. I'm going to show you from the side. Halfway forward fold. Now, once we get here, we want to make our Maleficent wings happen again. Huge and in charge. Big and lifted. Tuck your chin, back of neck wrinkle free. Straighten your legs to the best of your ability. Let's liberate our little toes again. All right, so diver's pose. It's a big heel lifted, straight, flat body hinge. I always like to put this visual in your mind so it makes sense. Think about your toes over the edge of a dock, and there might be creepy crawlies under. So before you dive, you're peeking under your toes. What is under that dock? Big breath in. When you're ready, yogis, drop your fingers. Let your heels fall. Sweet relief, thank goodness. Woo! Sway out. Take a little wiggle, a little dance through your knees. Happy dance with balances are done. Let's leave our left fingers wherever they rested. Right hand's a hip, bend left knee, twist open. Love to push out our hips here. Really press your right hip out. Right arm climbing skywards, eye gaze following. Doesn't matter, whichever way you're twisted is great. Top arm down, same thing, right fingers low. Hand might like to start at left hip. If it feels like rising, let it climb, eye gaze follows. Always do jazz hands and spirit fingers, because why not? We have room to wiggle, let's take up space. Fingers fall, forward fold. Feels nice. Big exhalation, let it all go. Right leg steps back. Swiveling into warrior two. So when we plant that right blade edge, let's turn toes out a smidge more. And windmill the arms all the way up and open. Nice. Sink low through the left knee. Pull it out towards your baby toe. And then turn your palms to the sky. This is Bonnie's type of temperature, yeah? Hot yoga all up in here. Good job, my friends. Swivel back into reverse warrior, but we're going to hold a beach ball, or a pool ball, or a disco ball, or a Jersey melon. Whatever you want to hold overhead, clasp that ball straight above your skull. Keep squeezing, looking wherever your eyes and neck feel great. Back to warrior two. Same on the left. Let's lean to the left. Windmill so that we have both arms squeezing that ball of some sort overhead. Soften your shoulders. Big breath. Knowing that with this strength we can get through anything life brings us this weekend. Back to warrior two. Giving yourself a hug. Right arm in front, left and back. And as we lean to the left again, think about swiveling. Right shoulder behind you. Bring your left ribs away from your left thigh. Coming back to warrior two, turning toes forward and in a bit, like pigeon toes for wide leg forward fold. Fingertips fall. Let's use our sits bones. Really fun way to activate them. Push down through the balls of your feet and bend your knees a bit. Then push your feet out to pinky toe side, like you're gonna rip your mat in half under your buns. Feel your sits bones widening. Feel good stretch to the back thigh. Hands and upper body anywhere that feels good. Now let's go the other way, yogi. Squeeze in through the inner arches, pulling into big toes like you're crumpling that under nose. Softening and squeezing into your buns, closing the sits bones. One more each way. Big breath in, push out, widen, lift your tailbone for a little extra pizzazz back there. Squeeze in and tuck your tailbone, a little extra rounding. Soften your squeezes. Ooh, that feels good. Widen your feet a little more and turn your toes out this time to face the corners of your mats. Yeah, beautiful. Bend into your right knee. Just make sure it's behind your baby toe. And then bend into your left knee. Let's move dynamically. Wherever your upper body wants to be, you can be high, way low. I love to get low and walk my hands like a crouching tiger crawling through the jungle. Yes. Just feeling good here after all the hard work. Let's take one more big sway each way. If you want more, you know you stay anywhere. When you get back to your right side, please stay, and let's find warrior two. Right toes turn out, left toes swivel in. Planting left blade edge, and then windmill the arms. Up, up, up. And sink on down. Okay, so chest perpendicular to our right knees. Right knees pulling back towards baby toes. Nice opening on your hips, my friends. Palms turn up. Yeah, let's send some width for our collarbones. And then reach right arm skyward. Lean left for reverse warrior. So beautiful. Like you've got the ball of sunshine in your hand. Placing it high in the sky. Yes, ma'am. Really send that squeeze with energy upwards. Back to warrior two, palms up. Settle shoulders. Same, lean to the right, extended side angle. Squeeze that ball of whatever. I'm gonna go pure liquid sunshine joy. Push it high, we need it today. Well done. Come back to warrior two. Left arm in front, right arm in back, giving yourself a little deserved hug here. A well-deserved hug. Lean to the right. Let's swivel this time. Think left shoulder, swiveling behind you. Right rib swiveling up towards the sky. Nice. And then keep pulling your right knee out towards your baby toe once you cave it. Find that length on your inner thigh. One more big breath in. Back to extended warrior two. Frame out the right foot. Swivel your left heel high and push back, ladies. Take a big old downward facing dog. All right, I kind of lied when I said there was no more balances, but I didn't do it on purpose. So we're going to balance here, upside down. Step your feet wide as the mat is left to right. And then step it in just a little bit. Let's twist first, and it'll make things a little bit easier for us in a moment. Right hand under belly. Bend your left knee and grab anywhere from your heel to your knee. And once you've got a hold, straighten your leg if you can. If you can't reach, just step closer to your wrists. You'll be able to get it. Yes, there you go, Nicole. All right, so once we have it, we straighten our leg and we take a little peek out under our left armpits. There we go, Bonnie. That's the upper back stretching that you need right here. Breathe into that right shoulder blade. Let those little gremlins out. Release whenever you have to, but if it feels good, hang on for another breath. Release when you're ready. Take a sweat, take a release. If you need to step back or drop into child, do what's necessary so you have the energy for the next round. Coming back to our short dog, left hand comes under body. We're gonna bend our right knee so much that we can grab anywhere from the heel up towards the back of your knee. And when you have something that feels good, straightening that leg, peeking down under your right armpit. Oh, left shoulder blade. Hello there.
That's the one.
Woo! That's the one.
I'll have to remember this one.
Sometimes it hurts so good. You're like, okay. One more breath if you can hang on, release whatever your body requests. Alrighty, back to dog, my friends. But we're gonna step wide this time into our normal length of dog, and then back to big toes kissing. I guess we haven't been here yet. Coming into big toes kissing. Right leg rises. And then bend your right heel to your butt, but let's put our left foot flat. Now it feels like warrior one. Yep, flat, and it turns out just a smidge, like 15 degrees, okay? Right heel towards butt. Left hand is reaching over your back. We're trying to grab the inner arch again. A little dog balance. Think about having a tail. This is like a puppy would do, right? Like playing with their tail, trying to tug on it over their back. Now, if that left foot isn't flat, you're going to tumble a lot more than if you can get it like a warrior one back foot. Woo! Scary. Hold it on as long as you can. Let it go when you need to, and let's relax. We'll do the other side in a minute. Drop the child. Palms turn up. Still extended overhead, but just let your shoulders have a breather. Dang, ladies, that was good stuff. Well done. Never being judgmental with our balances or anything, our strength, whatever we're wobbling through. Just be curious and playful. It's all fun. Wrap hands around your side body, around the outside of your ankles, and make fists with your palms facing up. I love this stretch. Okay, usually knees come together for this one. We're gonna make these fists and roll our upper bodies into angry cat, but keep pressing the backs of your hands down. Oh, sorry, I know you can't see me, I'm gonna come over here. Okay, so pressing the backs of your hands down, and as you rise into this angry cat, we find our knuckles trying to lift to the sky. So roll your chin towards your navel, round your back, and then pull your knuckles towards the sky. Big top of wrist stretch here. Take one more big breath in. You guys good, Judy and Logan? Stretching the tops of your wrists. And when you're ready to release, let the body relax, let your knuckles and fists all open. Stretch back out overhead. Press your palms down, re-energize this way. Tuck toes and lift it on up back to dog. All right, so you gotta go close again. Let's get our big toes to kiss. And give yourself any shimmies or wiggles that you need, especially in your shoulders. When you're ready, the left leg will rise. Left heel towards your butt. And then take your right hand behind your low back, reaching for the inner arch. Now, our right foot has to stay fully flat. Turn the toes out about 15 degrees. Think about the back foot in a warrior one. Listen, if you don't get it today, you just shake that right off. Dust your shoulders off. Come back when you can, if you have any desire to. You're welcome just to hold tiger tail down dog. Hang on, give it another shot if you've got some more energy. Releasing when you're ready, or maybe I should say wiping out when you're ready. Walk fingertips back to toes. Let's let the backs of our hands fall into the mat, thumbs face baby toes, stretching again through our top of wrists. If that's too low for you, you can also do that on your shins. But whenever you're ready, my friends, you're gonna roll to rise and then turn to face me if you're not already. Welcome back. That was fun. Big breath in. Clasp hands behind your low back. Soften your knees so you're just standing easy. As you clasp, wrap your knuckles around the left side. Stretch out your right shoulder. Lift and lengthen through crown. And as your ear tips to the shoulder, left ear, try not to crouch. We're gonna lift and lengthen, think like a giraffe. Push, push, push. Sink back into your knees. Pull your right ear away from your right baby toe. Shut your eyes. Just block out lights, colors, stimulation. Come within. Come on back to the center. You can keep your eyes closed. It's always fun. Stretch knuckles behind you. Wrap around the right side. Think right ear to right shoulder, but lift it as far as you can. And then stretch it out past the right edge of your mat. Soften back into your knees. Try to envision a comb or like gua sha, combing tension out of the left side of your neck. Over your shoulder. Let it slip away. Soften your jaw, the corners of your eyes. Come back to center with me. Eyes blink back open. Stretch back, sweep to sky. Forward fold, ladies. Make it feel good. Any way to fall. When you're ready, yogi squat. So there's a gazillion ways. You can have big toes together, heels apart, both feet apart, or super wide. Just come somewhere that feels really good to you. Yeah, taking a minute to move, lifting heels, swaying. All right, so in the studio, we're all wide. We're gonna take prayer hands and press our pinkies down. One more back stretch. We're gonna try to round even into the low back. soon as pinkies get as low as you can, you're gonna slide them forward and then drop like down dog head, ears below the elbows if possible. And as you hold this, you might like to wiggle your hips side to side to pull into your lower backs. What can we release that does not need to hold tension? Your toes that you can wiggle on. Separate your bottom jaw from your top. Soften your lips. When you're ready, sweep your pinky fingers back in. Let's take a little twist here. Left hand stays down, right arm swivels open. Might feel nice to get your left shoulder in there. Really press away. Right fingers come to low back, just the backs of your knuckles onto your low back. Uh-oh. You know what's happened, don't you? Chicken wings. Tuck that right elbow in. You can stay here, leaning away as least intense. Or we can lean in, and we can squeeze our right knee. So Nicole, go, yes, if it feels good. And then squeeze with your right knee in to give an outer shoulder stretch. I call it chicken wing. It's actually called broken wing stretch, which I'm like is the worst thing for any yoga pose. So we just call it chicken. Take another big breath in. If you need to, you can lean back to where you started, a little bit easier to release, re-stretch, re-release. Give your shoulder a massage if it needs. I feel like that arm is kind of useless after that big stretch. Pelvic floor back up and in. Lean to your right. Maybe have elbow or shoulder inside your knee. Stretch left arm open. Welcome to stay here, my friends. Whatever feels great. If you want to do a little chicken wing with me, left knuckles behind your wrist. Tuck your elbow inside your knee, leaning away, least intense. If you're a sucker for punishment, come forward. Start to squeeze your left knee in. Now just notice what clenched when we started a big stretch. So soften in those spots. Releasing when you're ready. Leaning away is going to be the easiest way to unthread that arm. Stretch it back out and then release. Ah, so nice. Settle your hips down, no hands if possible, and cross your legs. Ooh, so if we need something more after that big hip stretch, you can jiggle or windshield wipe. It feels good. Left shin in front of right. Or if you can do it without hands, left ankle on top of right knee. I say that so we don't take our foot and put it somewhere it doesn't want to go. Lift each cheek and walk your sit stones back. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so at home if you need it, if you have your blocks nearby, you can use it for support. Only if you feel pokey. Arms will rise. And let's come as far forward as we can. So a halfway fold here. Reaching forward, keep plugging in and your sit stones in. Reach forward, forward. When you're ready, bring fists back to side body. Curl back up. Let's go for a longer stretch this time. Flat back fold. Think Superwoman style. Really pressing fingers and little shooting fireworks at the tips. Fists come back. Inhale, re-rise. Fold, and if you've got your block, I love it because instead of having to walk, you can slide so far out of the ground. So we want to feel into our left outer hip. Feeling that glute. Stretch, stretch. Feeling a little sway come in, like you're just jamming to your favorite song. Might feel better if you're fluidly moving this stretch. Let your right hand find something stable. Keep it low and sweep your left arm open. A little twisted, modified half lotus. Eyes down or up, wherever your neck feels so, so good. Left fingers refine the earth. Let's pull back, cross. Left arm in front of the right and hold opposite knees. So we're just gonna tuck in tight here and around. Tugging on the knees to lift your mid back as far behind you as you can. Next breath, we open, arms open wide. Let them land softly behind and just press knees forward. Think about a drawer coming forward. So the knees move forward, pelvis growing, navel, chest, and throat. Squeeze shoulder blades together and let your head drop back. There's a little pillow waiting for you back there. Great time for lion's breath if you love that. It just feels so weird and fun. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth really big and then stick your tongue out and just exhale like a dragon from the depths of your soul. I feel like that's the best way to get out all the things we no longer use. Chin tucks again. Chest rises, fingers walk forward. Anyway, you can refix your legs so the right shin is in front. Feel free to wiggle. Shake, windshield wipe, whatever you need. Or you can cross right ankle on top of left knee and then get your scooch on. So your sits bones walk back from your knees. We want the most length from bone to bone, we get bones. Yes. All right then, ladies, let's go a little different this time. Right hand down, glove left, sits bone, lift up and over. And then circle left arm forward, all the way around to land. Right arm up, big plug through right sits bone. Side bend, circle forward. Oh, this is one of those that you just want to be like, oh. Inhale as you rise, exhale as you circle. Webbing wide on all fingers and toes. And then I encourage you to swivel just a bit more. Side bending still, but maybe you're rolling your heart skyward. Let the universe embrace it, kiss it. Come back and around as many more times as it feels really good for you. With your breath, my friends, inhale, rise. Exhale, can you slow down? Whenever you're feeling ready, we're going to fold all the way forward and down. Keeping our left hand where it is and sweeping right arm open. Maybe eyes follow. Big twist to the right side. Softening through your jaw, making sure our eyebrows are soft. Our brow is unfurrowed. Sometimes when we swivel our eyes, we get a little wonky in our facial features. Just let it go. Come back to the center. And let's make sure right forearm is in front, but we're going to hold opposite knees to round one more time into angry cat back today. Really tugging on the kneecaps as your spine pulls behind you. Chin tucks, really rounding through the back of our necks. And as you're ready, open arms wide, spread wings, flick your eyes open, maybe lean back. Press your jaw from your knees to your hips, navel, ribs, everything straight forward to open and then uplift. Maybe squeezing blades and letting head drop back again. Love to let the throat open here, really opening your throat chakra, finding your voice. Big breath in. Tuck chin as you exhale. Uncross your legs whenever you're ready. Let's get a little windshield wiping. Feet really wide. Just switch side to side. I love to do it without hands. Really good for our hip mobility, but you'll notice that you'll end up like someone new. So you'll just kind of like walk all around. No big deal. If you can, really sit tall in between. Now you're welcome to keep the hand down wiping. But just for fun, if you want to do no hands and me see if when you wipe in one direction, you can then lift your hips. So we'll sit, wipe, lift. As we get older, inevitably our bodies get stiffer. We lose range of motion, we lose flexibility and mobility. You won't because you're here. But it's really nice to know that as we do these fun little mobility tricks, we prevent injuries. We are less prone to injuries as we bring in all the good mobility. Try as many more as you'd like, maybe at least one more each try. Feels nice to open the hips after all that folding, doesn't it? And when you've settled back down, no rush. Join me lying on your belly. Try again, no hands. And then when you finally get around the corner, please lie flat on your belly with goalpost arms, ladies. So we're gonna wiggle or wipe our toes way far back. I love to wipe them. Like it maybe sometimes makes a funny noise, but it feels good to stretch the bottom of your toes as you wipe back. And then stretch them out as far as you can. Palms down flat. Okay, my favorite stretch, and I think like one of the hardest ones ever, press your elbows wide. So options before you flip, you guys can always extend your hands. Just try to make sure you're usually up at shoulder height, no matter what angle your elbows bend. We're gonna keep the right arm bent, use our left tented fingers to press to the right side, lift your left leg and just roll around the corner here. Trying to go for the right chest, pectoral muscle stretch. Yes, now you may be able to plant your left toes behind you. You're welcome to rest the right side of your skull or hover, whatever feels best. Some people, I can't demo it even, but some people can lift their left arm and reach it. Oh, it's so hard. Reach it behind them. So if you have a straight arm, you can flip your palm up, and then you can clasp your hands behind your low back when you really get there. I feel like a fish out of water, but it could be good for your body. Going for the intense feeling in our pectoral muscles. Yeah, sometimes our flexibility can take over though, and we find ourselves into something that doesn't even feel like anything, just because we're super flexible. So find something that feels interesting in your pecs, in your shoulders. Releasing when you are ready. Slowly, slowly, without flopping. It's always hard to do. Come on back to goal post, but if you need to take a break, you can thread that right arm that you just stretched under your chest and just rest down. I know that was a big one. So if you need to counter pose, it would be like a little half shoelace. If you're ready to move right on, you can make a good decision for yourself. Back to goal post with the left hand. Option, of course, to move it out any degree. Right fingers 10 down, right toes rise. Rolling around that corner. Oh, there's so much going on. Low back, pecs, shoulders. Now how can you ease in? Come a little heavily or more deeply into it. And if you'd like, you can try that right arm. Oh, it's scary. Yeah, Nicole's got it. Right arm rising, and then if you had a straight arm, you could passively clasp your palms back there. Good grief. That is crazy hard though, yes? So just make sure you're still feeling the sensation wherever you've landed in the left front shoulder, armpit, pec area. Whenever you've had enough, it's your time to ease on out. Stay as long as you're loving life. Option, you can kind of hang out. I have a great shoulder stretch press, but if it feels too much, take that half shoelace. Left arm can come under, throat falls over the upper arm, really nice. And then once you're ready, we're gonna go one more stretch together here. Lying prone again, tense, back to where we started earlier with our elbows up. We're gonna drop the left shoulder head and peek off to the right side. Same with the right, drop right shoulder head, peek to the left. And then option to lift in the center yogi. So I come like into a little up dog basically. Drop left shoulder and peek. Like a rolling cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, you keep going, doing whatever feels therapeutic and beautiful in your bodies, specifically your chests and your shoulders. Don't mind me, pardon me. Keep rolling and grooving and moving. Oh, flying joy into our backs. Oh, such a good song for the end of class. Another time or two, when you're ready, relax your arms. If you need a shoelace after all those big stretchies, you're welcome to go both arms. Settle in. Or you can just relax, hands down. I always like to give my buttons a little shake here, left to right. Kind of think about bowl full of jello type of a jiggle so you can relax into your low backs. And when life is feeling okay again, we're gonna press back, child's pose. So I'm gonna offer, just because I love it, and hopefully you do too, as opposed to corpse pose for Shavasana, a quick little relaxation and meditation, possibly a kneeling. It could be a hero's pose. You can stay in child's. You can curl up in the fetal. So options for a nice but challenging resting position, kneeling or toes pose. If you are interested in those but they're a little much, you can always put a block under your buttons for some support. Whatever else you need in your body at the end of class, please take it. Great options would be a little rocking and rolling around on your back or some spinal twisting. Taking as much or as little movements as your body is really craving to finish, giving yourself the TLC you so deserve. And just kind of swell up, bubble up with gratitude here. Be super proud of yourselves for setting aside the time for your self-care. I'm super grateful that you came, and gratitude goes a long way to helping us live our yoga off the mats that sense of gratitude, pride, and joy just emanates from you. Others can feel it, sense it, and harness it for themselves, so it's great to share. As we're relaxing today, I stumbled upon this book in studio. I had never heard of it. It's called Deep Listening by Gillian Pransky, and I just randomly opened up to like the best page ever. So I just wanted to share it with you today. The book is called Deep Listening, a healing practice to calm your mind, calm your body, clear your mind, and open your heart. Relax more, notice and relax more. Allow your body to land. Let your breath arrive in your body. Let your mind rest in your body. Notice. Slowly, kindly scan your body with your mind, offering your caring attention. Gently listen inward to each body part. Notice where your body holds, where you hold on. Welcome in a deep breath and relax more. Let your legs completely relax. Thigh muscles unclenching, effortless. Allow your pelvis to soften and drop down. Feel cradled by the earth. Allow your belly to become soft and effortless. Feel as if you're sinking down, leaving a heavy imprint here, leaving all of our tensions, worries, and stresses behind. Re-welcoming breath back into your body, allowing it to soften your shoulders, soften your heart. Feel held and infinitely supported by your mat today. Temples soften, eyes falling more deeply into their sockets. Space between your ears feeling infinite. Tongue resting heavily on the back of your bottom teeth, jaw unhinged. Whole body dropping into the earth. The earth is welcoming your weight. Welcome your breath in your body over and over again. So at the end of my classes, I do recognize the importance of Shavasana. I just never tend to leave enough time for it. So I always tell you at the end of my classes, you are welcome to stay. But I do want to honor your time. Let you know that it is 10:33. If you have to go, I'll get you back up and out. But if you do not have to go, I encourage you to stay for 3 to 5 more breaths or minutes, however long you can spend marinating in your flexibility, your strength, balance, your coordination, and your connection to your mind, body, and spirit. If you are heading out, finding our way slowly back to movement, just super gentle, whether you're taking a peek over your shoulders or rolling your chin and your head around, maybe you're wiggling through your fingers, wrists, toes, ankles, or stretching really long overhead, any way that it feels really wonderful for you to reawaken. Ultimately, turning either to your sides or pulling yourself upright, finding ourselves in a seated position and joining one another in a simple gesture of gratitude. I bow in gratitude to each and every one of you. I bow in gratitude for your sharing of your practice with us and for the opportunity to lead you today. When we move and breathe together, we become one. My light honors, is inspired by, admires, and is truly humbled by your lights. Thank you so much for your practices today, and namaste.
Namaste.